why are we outraged about a third all-NBA team list? Right? I mean,
yeah, normally it's not something to get fired
I mean,
up about.
why are you? Right. Why would we be so fired up about who makes a third team of an all-NBA team list when it's just an award? It's just an award. That's all it is. And normally end-of-the-year awards are just a nice kudo, and it shows up in your Wikipedia page forevermore, and it is something when you're on an all-defensive team or defensive player of the year or something like that in any sport. It is of note, and it's a nice trophy to have on the case. And if you don't make it, you'll try again. And if you don't make it and you're snubbed, well, you know what? It might be something that doesn't feel good to you, but you also still have another shot at it. Reason why it means so much is because for some reason the NBA and the Players Association can't figure out enough of their own how to pay players when they're free agents, so they send it off onto the backs of the media. What do I mean by that? That in the NBA, when you are a free agent, as Klay Thompson is, and so is Kemba Walker, if you are named to any of these three teams, first, second, or third all-NBA teams, it affects the amount of money that you can be paid in free agency by your own team. Kemba Walker, because he got named to this team, is now available to be paid the maximum by the Charlotte Hornets if he stays there, $221 million over 5 years. $31 million more than Charlotte would have been allowed to offer him if he didn't make an all-NBA team. Klay Thompson now, conversely, loses $31 million by not making a third all-NBA team, as voted on by members of the media. And I can tell you this. We have, and I'm a member of the media, so I can say this. There are many hardworking men and women who take this sort of stuff seriously, certainly knowing that somebody else's money is on the line.
Absolutely.
I would be stunned if every single person who has a vote on this spent so much time on it as opposed to just leaving it to the last second and just filling it out off the top of their head. There had to have been at least a handful of people who did that, who didn't research it, who didn't look it up, who didn't think twice, because just that's the way some people in the media are. And the fact that it's left up to beat writers or national writers to vote on this stuff and it costs that much money to somebody, it's insane. The league and the Players Association, just figure it out yourself. On a sliding scale like this sort of thing. And here's one of the worst parts about it. Is that we're now sitting here because Kemba Walker doesn't deserve it over Klay Thompson. Kemba Walker's phenomenal. And we don't need to have this conversation as to who's better or not. We just don't. It's not necessary. Kemba Walker deserves the kudos. He deserves to be on a team like this. And he's very happy today getting paid the $31 million. But when it comes down to this sort of thing, it's that much money on the line, then we're going to start a carping about how one awesome player in the NBA is more deserving than another awesome player. Right. One self-made player who works his ass off in the gym is worse than another self-made player who works his ass off in the gym. That's one. Two, we're also in a world where now we're saying, oh my gosh, feel bad for this guy, because he's only going to make $190 million instead of $221 million. It's a bad look for everybody. It's still generationally remarkable wealth that hardly anybody in the sound of my voice will ever have bestowed upon them. And we're sitting here saying, oh my God, feel bad for this guy because he's got $190 million, $200 million. It's just a bad look.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.